wonderful, introduction. So like you've been told, my name is Afeez, and I'm always excited when it comes to youth entrepreneurship and then drive for excellent changes in the society. So today you and I are going to be having a conversation. I don't like you sitting down and then listening. Just know that we're going to be learning from one another today. That's the essence. So we're going to be starting with every single person that's going to make this a success for today. And then we're going to be talking about who can see my slide. If you can see my slide, please just raise your hands. I want one person at the front row to say that they can see my slide. Can you see the slide, please? Your hands up if you can see the slide. We're going to be using a lot of reactions to see. Can you see my slide? Oh, so my slide is not up. Okay. I think it's a technical thing because I think I'm presenting my slide. Yeah. So Mrs. Josephine, do you want to confirm? I think they said they can't see the slide.
Sure. You've not started sharing.
Oh, okay. Oh, 1 minute. I'm just gonna share now, right? Thank you. So I thought I had, but I'm just gonna share right away. All right. Yes, great. Can you see my slide now? Can you see my slide now? In fact, I think I'm sharing 2 times. Yes, you can see my slide, right? Please raise your hand if you can see my slide. Awesome. Thank you so much. So great. So we're just gonna start straight up. So if you can see my slide, the person in the front row, I can see 4 people from the front row. Please, can you read what you can see from the title of this topic, today's session? One person. Or you can, if you speak, I can't hear you. Is that it?
Somebody stand up there. The real world links on startup journey.
Fantastic. Please, what's the name? Sulaiman. Thank you so much for that. So this is saying a real world lens on startup journey. So there's a lot of journey ahead of you as an entrepreneur. So, but before we go in, who is excited to be an entrepreneur here today? If you're excited and you're looking forward to be an entrepreneur, please raise your hand. If you're looking forward to be an entrepreneur, raise your hand. Oh, wow, it's not everybody that's excited about that. Interesting. I can see a few hands. Okay, interesting. No problem. I think by the end of this, I'm sure you should be motivated to say, yeah, you want to be an entrepreneur. So, but today we're going to be, running around, across this beautiful objective, which I think is really good for your level. So, understanding the journey from, being an idea stuff to, launching your own startup, explore the real world entrepreneurial challenges and strategies. We're going to be looking at that. That's very key to your journey. Also, decision-making team, and then, team dynamics, of course, founder mindset. That's really key for you. If you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you have to have that founder mindset. I mean, it's something that's going to be taking you across all, right? And you got to understand the ethics, the finances, and then choices that you're going to make as an entrepreneur. Because today, our focus is to talk about the real world situation of being an entrepreneur. That's what you're going to be learning today, basically, nothing more. And then, of course, you're going to be having a kind of insight from the film you've seen. These are powerful films that, it's not just a film, it's a real life situation that has been documented, to inspire and then to motivate people like you. So we're going to be having a conversation around that. All right. So I believe that before now, you have basic understanding of entrepreneurship, right? I want to believe that you have a basic understanding of entrepreneurship. You know what entrepreneurship is all about, right? Please raise your hand if you can define, in your own language, what is entrepreneurship? Do I have anyone that can just tell me? It's not about, Oxford Dictionary definition, it's just your definition. What do you understand by, when you talk about entrepreneurship? Anyone? The guy in green, the guy sitting beside Sulaiman. Yes, please, can you stand up? Looking like Lemon. What's the name? What do you understand by, entrepreneurship? What, in your own language? Just say anything. No, 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 don't worry. Don't just say anything. It's fine.
In school at large. So,
Okay.
about that, also get the knowledge of the person actually starts off on a business idea or with the mindset of the way this our starting up a business idea.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you so much for standing up. I didn't get your name properly, but I think I heard the idea and then, trying to do something around that. And that's good. So the lady sitting right next to Sulaiman, can you stand up? Can I hear your idea about entrepreneurship? Please state your name clearly as well.
Hilda. Hilda.
Hilda. Okay, please, what can you
The idea
go
about
on?
entrepreneurship. Putting ideas together, making strategies to put the idea in place,
Okay.
and marketing.
Oh, brilliant. I'm marketing it. I think I mean, probably you have been selling one or two things. You're doing one or two things because I can see you talking about marketing. I think and that's really, really impressive. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I think I'm seeing some people in here that are going to change the world. All right, thank you so much for that. Yes, you're right. I mean, basically, it's just about seeing problem, looking for opportunity about problem, solving the problem, nothing more. Seeing a problem, looking at opportunity on that problem, and solving the problem. And using that your solution to drive your own personal and then societal achievement. It can be profit, it can be social impact, it can be anything, but you must solve a problem. That is it. You must identify a problem and solve a problem. So that's why I'm going to be walking you through the part. The parts that we have worked, the parts that successful business people have worked. Talking about Silicon Valley, you all know Silicon Valley, you all know what has to do with Facebook and all of that. What are the parts that they worked, before getting to that place? So that's what we're going to be going through. So the first thing I want you to know is what? Engagement. All of you here, one way or the other, the first part you need to, as an entrepreneur, to say you want to successfully launch anything as a business, as a product, or anything at all is ideation. That state is when it's just like you sitting and say that, oh, I saw this thing. If I use this method A, I think I'm going to get it. I won't get it. Let me look at method B, I will get it. Oh, no, let me go like this. So you're thinking critically, logically, non-logically about how it's possible to solve a problem. That's the first stage. So someone here should tell me a problem that you have identified in the past. Like, what problem have you seen? Might be in your society anyway. Just let's run that way. Okay. Anyone? Anyone? Yes, Sulaimon. Yes, you're going in. All right, let's go. Tell me one problem.
About 7 years ago, I identified in agribusiness, I identified the kind of risks that synthetic drug pose to human consumption.
A synthetic drug. Okay.
That is
So
true.
what's okay.
Administering synthetic drugs to consumable drugs.
Okay. So you're talking about how to move synthetic drug to a consumable drugs, right?
Yeah, or how to practice more of healthy birds, that is through organic farming.
Okay, fantastic. So now the problem is you want us to stop taking synthetic drug, right? Yeah, so to consumable drugs, right?
Yes.
Good.
Organic.
So now organic. So taking it to organic drug, that's the first thing you are thinking about, right? Do you know it's possible to have some other solutions to that? Is it possible?
Yes, it is possible.
Good. What are the other things you can give to me?
Well, so organic farming itself is actually it's a broad perspective itself.
Okay.
So there are
Okay.
many, there are many routes or many paths that lead to that organic family itself, and there are
Awesome.
many
So
parts of
just
that.
good. Just hold it there down. So what you're doing right now is ideation. You are thinking about the problem in different ways. That is ideation. You're thinking critically. I'm asking you questions. So, as an entrepreneur, you need to ask yourself questions when you're ideating. Don't limit yourself to just one way problem, one way of solving a particular problem. Trust me, there are many ways to solve it. So that's ideation. Thinking about problem in different ways, bringing different solutions to a problem. So that's first thing you have to do. The second thing, I'm going to tell you something right now. Everybody writes that down. Is go and see a show called The Apprentice. The Apprentice is a UK show. It's good for entrepreneur. Try as much as possible to go and see it. The Apprentice is going to help you a lot. So now let's go to validation. Validation, what does that mean? Is that, okay, so Lemon has thought about something. We want to change something from synthetic to maybe organic something. So you pick out of your different, maybe one or two solutions that you think is going to good, then take it out to people that are going to use it. You will take it out to people that are going to use your product. You take it out to people that are going to use your service and your product service. Then you ask them question about it. What do you think about this product? What do you think we can do to this? Many of us, we just sit in our home, we think about the problem, we think about the solution, and we're like, oh, this solution is amazing. Your solution is not amazing when the people that are going to use your solution did not adopt it. Not amazing. It's not about how you think your solution is good. It's about how people that are going to use your solution think it's good. So always know that as an entrepreneur, that's the second stage. It's what? Validation. You go out, you go to the market. You can also call it a market research. Like, Hilda said, marketer. Before you get into that marketing, you go to the market to see what people think about your product. And that's why you see, let's take a look at ChatGPT. I'm sure every one of you know that. What happened to it when they launched it? It was free, isn't it? Isn't it? It was free for almost everybody. Everybody loves it. Then, they put a premium part to it. If you want more, then, you subscribe more. They've seen the track. They've seen the data. They've seen the traffic that's on it. So it's testing the validation of what you think is the solution. You have to do that, right? So then the next thing, I want the lady at the back, like the third row, that is wearing black. What can you see on the screen? Because I want to ensure that everybody's following, you're not just sitting. I saw a lady at the third row wearing black to my left, who's going to be to your right. Yeah, yes, that lady. Yes, what can you read on the screen? I can't hear her. Yes, you're the one. Yes. Can you hear me? I can't hear her at all. Please, can you call her? Yes. Sulema, please let me call her. Can she stand up? Oh no. All right, if I cannot hear you, okay. I think she's standing up. Yes, please. Yes, I can hear you. Please state your name and then tell me what you can read on the screen.
Just let me. All I can read on the screen is launch.
Is it only launch? That's what you can see? So what's development to you? What do you think development would be when it comes to an entrepreneur?
I think development will entail you trying to build when you further stretch your brand or you stretch your whatever the entrepreneur, whatever business that you are doing, when you put in resources to.
Awesome. Please, can we have a round of applause for her? Can we have a round of applause for her? Thank you so much. That's brilliant. So now, after you moved from, it's a part, and I want you to understand that part. After you moved from the first thing, which is the ideation, the second thing, you go to the market to validate whatever you're doing, and you have seen a positive responses, or you got a feedback that is negative, you go back and you rework your service or your product. So at this stage that you are reworking you are reworking your product based on the feedback, that is the point of you developing your product or your service. It's very important. Imagine that when they launched a mobile phone, the first thing you got is that, oh, it's shouting too much. When you put it to your ear, it's so hot. And the people are telling that we don't want it because it's still hot. So then they go back, they worked on it rather, and then they're able to remove that being, increase in temperature when you're using it. That is the development stage. So you're looking at the way to perfect your product. So you see that there's no how you're going to be a successful entrepreneur without you going to the market or to the users that would give you feedback on your product or services, and you going back to the drawing board in your office and ensuring that you are putting one or two things from what they have said to ensure that this product is giving them 100%, meeting up with their expectation 100%. So that's the level, at that point in time, you are developing your product. Please say I if you can hear me and this thing is clear to you. I want to hear that. Is it clear? Do you understand? Fantastic. Thank you so much. Then after that, you're set and you've done your development. See, from the stage of validation and development, it's like an agile. We call it agile kind of model. You go out to the market, they tell you what to do, you look at it, you come back to the team, you do it again, you go back again, you test it, you go back again. So it's not a one-way thing. It's not like you're just going to come out, you're going to see a problem, you're going to find a solution, you're going to go to the market and boom, you're there. No, it doesn't work that way. So you go, you come back, you go, you come back. Then after that, next thing you're going to do is to launch. What does everybody say launch? Again, please, I can't hear that. All right, great, launch. So then that's the time you are going directly to have your minimum viable product. We call it MVP. Minimum viable product, just so that you have something to present. It can be a product, just like Sulaiman said, it can be drugs and all that. It can be an app. It can be a service. Then you have to show it. You have to launch 100%. Just like the way I have launched my organization, it's a product. Just like the way I've launched different organizations as well. So you launch it to tell people this is what we do, and then you now start seeing people, coming on board to purchase or to key into what you're doing. So that's the fourth phase. You cannot jump any of this phase. You cannot jump it. Then we go to growth. After that, as an entrepreneur, where you're going to is growth. So now, when you're thinking of growth, what does that mean? Let's see the guy behind Sulaiman. The second row, there's a guy in front of the lady that just talked now. Please, can you stand up? The lady that just spoke, says that guy, yes. Yes. Can you tell me, what do you understand by growth from these pathways that we've been, following? And I want you to speak up because I barely hear you guys.
Like developing this, developments in the business.
Well, yeah, you're right. It's gonna. So, what do you understand by growth? What do you understand by growth? I mean, what's growth? Good. Now, let's say a business is your business right now, and you are in American space alone. That's where you're operating. So if you want to grow, what is going to be the next thing to do?
So you expand.
Exactly. That's what we're talking about. That's how you think. So now when you want to expand, imagine you start with 2, 3. You are starting with 2, 3 people, and you want to expand. What's going to happen to your staff strength? You are going to increase them. So sit down. Thank you so much. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you so much. Fantastic. Thank you so much. So now when you're thinking of growth as an entrepreneur, that means that your product is successful and you don't want to, you want to move. It's called scalability. You want to scale. When you are scaling, you're not just scaling your business from one point to another, you're also scaling your staff. You're scaling your learning, how you learn, your time you're investing, the people that are working with you, and where you are going to be. You're going to move from one point to another. That's the last phase of an entrepreneurship journey. Because from that, you now see that, for example, when MTN started, MTN was not everywhere, but they had a dream they want to be everywhere, but they were not everywhere. They started from one country, they moved to another country, they moved to another country. That's growth. The same thing applicable to many successful, global brands that we are seeing today. The global brands don't just come to Nigeria. You're not just using Louis Vuitton, you're not just using Nike. They started from their own local communities and they grow over time. So you have to build a business that is easy to grow. But those are the 5 entrepreneur parts that I want to share with you based on your level. So quickly, we'll just move on. Now, I want to tell you, I kid you not, there's a lot of challenges as an entrepreneur. There's a lot of challenges as an entrepreneur that you're going to face. In fact, we will continue facing it. It's a continuous problem, challenge, but we know our way around it. All right. The lady beside Hilda, what do you think is the first challenge? The lady beside Hilda, what's the first challenge?
The first challenge is securing funding.
So what does that mean to you?
It means when someone does not have enough money, capital, I mean, to start a business.
Awesome. Who's running a business here? If you're running a business here, raise up your hand. Any business? Oh, good. I want that guy in blue. Thank you so much. You can sit down. You can sit down. That guy in blue. Yes. Stand up. What business are you running?
Sell sunglasses.
You sell sunglasses? Oh, that's what you're wearing. Oh, I'm sure Mrs. Josephine would definitely patronize you after this call, because that's really important. So now you sell sunglasses. So what are your challenges that you're facing in selling sunglasses?
Getting customer.
Getting customer. And then what?
There are a lot of challenges. There are a lot of challenges like delivery, maybe shipping.
Hold on there. Let's say getting customer. Let's say you're saying delivery, that's managing resources. So I'm glad that all of you are I can't see them again, please. The camera has shifted. I can't see them again. The camera has shifted. So now getting customer, very valid. So hold on. Do you have the money to run your business? It has to come down. It has to come down. The camera needs to come down. Come down. Good. There. Yeah. Not. Oh my God, I'm seeing this ceiling right now.
Yes, sir.
What I can see is just ceiling, but I could just see ceiling. It's not. It needs to come down. Like it's just have to come down. Just have to come down. Just have to come down. It needs to come down. It needs to come down. Calm down. It needs to come down. I'm not seeing anything except for the ceiling, but the camera needs to come down a bit. Yeah, it has to come down. I can see the guy standing, but the camera needs to come down. I'm only seeing his head and his sunglasses.
So this is recommended.
Okay. So sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't see from here, so that's why. But I can only see your head. I can't see anybody again. It's because you're standing. That's why I can see you. The stuff needs to come down. It has to come down. The camera needs to come down.
Yeah, the camera is automatic, so it rotates.
Oh my goodness, that's fine. Let's move on. So now, fantastic. Yes, you're right. Getting customer. So now let's go on. So now let's say that it's a problem, but these are the problem of building the right team. I agree with you that getting logistics can be the problem to, get sunglasses to whoever wants it. Getting the customer that, you have to talk through them. But all these things are the problem you keep facing. You're going to leave a problem of getting funds to run your business. And we're going to tell you the strategy you can use to get funds, right? Building the right team. Yes, it's a serious challenge. You will agree with me, you that you're running a business of something. Imagine you having series of people in your marketing team that understand the market, where people that love sunglasses. Imagine going to a beach. Imagine having a partnership with a beach company, a resort company, that every time they're having a resort, they patronize you. And when people go for a resort, when you go to the beach, they would love to have sunglasses to enjoy the view, to be there. So these are strategic things to do. But you need the right set of people to think and then to be able to get this stuff for you. I can't see any video again. It's off completely, but I will keep going. So now the market competition. Yes, guys, Glow is having who do you think is a market competitor for let's say network brand? Let me pick MTN. Who are their competitors? Anybody? You can echo it. What did you say? Awesome. Now let's go deeper. In terms of internet connection, who is the hottest competitor for providing internet in Nigeria currently? What do you say? Someone is saying Starlink. Did I hear Starlink? Okay. If I didn't hear Starlink, I'm telling you Starlink. Good. Because their strengths, you don't need any mast to get access to it. And trust me, their bandwidth is super strong, and you can be anywhere in the world to have access to Starlink because they use satellite. So MTN is already thinking on how to beat this, and that's how it's going to be evolving. So when you're thinking about any product as an entrepreneur, you have to think of your market, your competitor at every point in time, so they can stand the test of time. And then another thing that we struggle with as an entrepreneur is managing resources. Yes, you want to do so many things, but you can't do everything. So you need to prioritize. You have to have a strategy in place. These are the things that you face. And then, of course, there's going to be a lot of changes. Imagine what's happening in Africa now. We are going electric. There's going to be a lot of e-bike in the next couple of years in this country. What do you think is going to happen to people that are using, fossil fuel? So there's going to be a serious, challenge, because they have to adapt to change, because we don't want, a climate problem. So we're looking at using solar, we're using e-bike. So as an entrepreneur, you need to start thinking around that. So how are you going to, mitigate all of these things? I want to tell you today, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you must learn how to pitch. What did I say? Fantastic. So I love that. Pitching. Imagine, for example, last year I was in the White House, and then someone was asking me about what do I do at CoachFrika. They don't have my time, but they just want to hear it. That kind of pitch is an elevator pitch. You must master what you are doing, how you are doing it, and be able to tell people what you are doing in just 10-20 seconds. You are done. 10-20 seconds. Oh, I'm a founder of CoachFrika. CoachFrika will do this, will do that, will do that. And then, these are the things we're looking at forward to do. They're done. So it's called elevator pitch. You must learn how to have elevator pitch at every point in time. So it's just about telling who you are, telling what you do, how you have been doing it, and what you're looking for. It's as simple as that. Then you must learn how to bring people together. At this your point, I put talent acquisition and retention. What that means is, at this level, maybe you have 1 or 2 people. Look for one person that really believes in what you're doing. Work with that person for now. You can't have more than 1 or 2 people. If you have because you don't have the funding, you don't have the system in place. But you need to have 1 or 2 people that can believe in what you're doing. For example, someone that is into sunglasses. But you need someone that can also passionate a bit about what you're doing. Work together. look for people that are, that love wearing sunglasses. Then start working with them. Then, of course, when it comes to competitor, you have to look at who is doing this thing in your community. This automatic camera is really not helping me, but I'll just go ahead. Looking at these competitive people, like your competitors, what do they have that you don't have? What do you have that they don't have? Work on it. Work on what you have, because you have to have your unique proposition, unique selling proposition. You must have it. Yes, you must have it. Something that you have that other people don't have. There are a lot of people that are selling sunglasses, right? Maybe when you go to a store, you see sunglasses. Maybe Aboki on the street is selling sunglasses. What are you doing differently? Are you writing different, ways that these things can prevent from you? What are the advantages? You are just doing your own differently. You must be able to do one or two things differently that differs you from your competitors. Is it the branding? Is it not? Just have to do something different. Then, of course, to manage your resources, you have to do you have to plan your finances. See, this is a challenge for everybody. We all struggle with planning our finances. Even me, I still struggle with planning finances because it's never going to be enough. But what things that help is you have to prioritize what you want to do. Is it biannually? Is it quarterly? Is it annually or monthly? You have to just plan about what you want to do that are really important to you. You have to just do that. Oh, no, it's rotating. Okay, good. Oh, thank God. Finally, I get to see the brilliant faces. Thank you so much. Now I'm even seeing another white guy beside the lady that I talked to the last time. I mean, I'm going to be just having a conversation with you going forward. Fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Yes. So now, there's a plan for, if you want to adapt, you want to keep adapting to whatever comes. You are in Nigeria. If you're in Nigeria, you're already having a challenge, right? As a Nigerian entrepreneur, because our markets can be saturated, our markets can be competitive, and there's a lot of people doing what you're doing, right? So now you have to keep going to the market, asking questions. That's agility. Ask questions about what is happening. Come back to the drawing board, solve the problem. So the guy on white sitting beside Iyiola, not Iyiola. I mean, I don't get the other girl name, the lady's name, brother. So can you stand up? You're writing something right now, but I would like you to stand up. Do you have any business?
Online.
Yeah, do you have any business?
It's an online business, online business.
You are a managed company.
Online business, online business.
Oh my God, this network is weak.
It's an online business.
You do something, right? Mrs. Josephine, what did you hear? Did you hear what he said? I just didn't get that.
I said it's an online business. It's online business.
Online business.
Runs a business online.
Okay, what's the business that you run online? Mrs. Josephine, can you help me out to just
Providing what? Educational services.
Oh, awesome, brilliant. Oh no, we're in the same sector. Educational services, that's brilliant. Is it that you tutor people? Is it that you tutor kids?
Providing, like, for example, students, having this desire to further their education towards applying to our institution and what they understand. So,
oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
To request for information on their institution.
Brilliant. Awesome. So there's a lot of people also doing that, right?
Yeah.
So what are you doing differently? Why should I come to you? Why should someone in that group too that is there now? Why should Iyiola come to you instead of going to other places?
So I think the aspect of being a different consultant is not just financial gains. Yes, and there are actually a lot of people that are just doing it for the money. Yes, and not actually trying to impact or have an impact on this, or really trying to help these students gain what you really want, you understand, and securing admission successfully and all that, you understand. So what I'm actually doing is that I offer them consultational services. That means you join my mentorship class, you understand. For example, you want to apply to a certain institution and you give all information you need to get as well as enjoying them secure admission successfully to the institution, you understand. So I provide them with those informations, you understand, and I make sure that you get proper guidance on everything.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I think I heard that. So I want to tell you today, right now, you can have your seat. I want to tell you right now that everything you have talked about, there's other people doing it. So I'm not challenging you to go and look for 5 companies that are really doing this and then see what they are doing and how you can come in so that Hilda, Sulaimon, other person can say, I'm coming to you because I want to travel out and I want to go and study. That's really important. And then you have to keep innovating. Maybe you are going to develop hub. Maybe you're going to partner with schools in local, Lagos State University, or Unilag or something that makes you have access to the market and makes you different. That's really important. All right now, because I know you've seen the Tom shoes, right? Right? You've seen the film, right? Say yes if you've seen what I mean. Fantastic. Right now, so it's quite unfortunate we're not together. Right now, I need pick yourself 2-2. Pick yourself 2-2. You have 2 minutes to think, identify one challenge from that Tom shoes. How will you solve it? Share with the other person. I give you 2 minutes. The time starts now. 2 minutes. Identify one challenge from the film, and how will you solve that? And I want you to discuss it. 2 minutes. Thank you. I will call randomly for someone to share it with me. Thank you. I'm waiting. All right, guys. Thank you so much. So I would like someone that I've not spoken before. I saw a lady wearing, a lady speaking with the guy that sells sunglasses. So can you stand up and share with me what you and the sunglasses guy do together? I mean, tell me, share quickly. What are you going to do differently? What's the challenge and what are you going to do differently?
Because the design we produced in Argentina was quite different from the one like the designs he made when he went to the other country. That when he went to the school, that the children have to be designing on the shoes. So I think that was identified. That's the problem.
So what are you going to do differently?
To speak, you give remarks.
Okay, so I think that's fine. I didn't get that, but I get that, but not really completely, but it's fine. So you need to always look for problem before you can be successful as an entrepreneur. So lastly, I'm going to tell you this, that 3 things that are going to be working together as an entrepreneur. Put this at the back of your mind. You're going to need people. Ethics means people that are regulating what you are doing. You have to make sure you are in alignment with them. And the finances. all these three key things is something you're going to be facing challenge over time. But just know that they work hand in hand. The people that are going to be working with you, their mindset, how their well-being, all of this you have to manage it. Conflicts, you have to manage it. Ethics, people that are really controlling what you're doing, the regulatory people like NAFDAC, like it can be government, it can be some other people. You have to learn how to work with them together. And then finances, you must always do that because we're running out of time. So I want to tell you this. This is what you need to do as a young people. Right now, spot a real world problem on your campus, on your community. Draft a solution. Some of you are already doing it, but draft it. Write something out and put your customer first. It's not about how brilliant your idea is. It's about what your customer wants. It's about what your customer wants. It's about what your customer wants. And then you need to consider the value you are bringing. Look at Tom's shoes. What they are doing is called, a one-on-one model, but it's impact driven. What are you doing when you're developing your solutions that will be impactful aside from making the profit? If you can do that, that's a value that needs to guide your model. You must have a value. For a sunglass kind of company, do you also want to be donating recommended glasses to the less privileged and saying that it's coming from your company as a sunglass provider? Just do something that had impact to you. So, and on that note, I would like to say you should always think like, a founder and act like a problem solver. So at this point, I would like to end it. And I believe that all of you that are here today, one way or the other, you'll be selected. And then you have this opportunity to change the narratives for the future, even for the present. So I'm rooting for you, and I would like to entertain some questions, if at all you have. Thank you so much. Over to you, Ms. Josephine.
Thank you very much, Afeez. So we just take like 3 questions because of our time. If you have a question, you can just raise your right hand or your hand, whichever. Okay. So please go ahead. Mention your name and your question.
And I prefer they come to you because it's not clear. I barely hear them for the question so that I can hear it properly. Collins, you are breaking. I can't hear you clearly. Please go to probably use Mrs. Josephine kind of.
So my name is Collins, and when you come to say it needs to be people, ethics, and finances. So when you deal with finances, how do you what do you think you can do to get the RBS and finances to build up a business idea?
So
How do you? Okay. It's talking about what?
Funding for your startup business.
Okay. All right. So fantastic. That's really key. So if you want to get funding for your business, startup business, first, there are 2 ways to get your funding. One is through grants. 2, investment. I mean, 3, or you go and get a loan from the bank. But I would advise you as a young people, there are a lot of funding you can access through grants. So you have to look for grants that fund your business. That's the first work you have to do. It is not easy. You have to need a limited foundation. You can go there, look for funding. But before you go for funding, you have to prep yourself so well. Your business must be well written in terms of proposals. You already know what you are going to use the funding for if they give it to you. But trust me, you can get funding through grants. So that's the first. Secondly, probably you have someone in your community that you feel that you can venture into what you're doing. You believe in what you're doing. Approach the person. Send your proposition to the person. Not send your idea. Your proposition to the person. Time of present proposal, and then see how that can come up. But of course, for young people like you, I'll tell you grant first, because I've secured grants myself, and there's so many grants you can also go in and secure. But then just do your Google search, a grant for your business. Talk about your business, then get a grant. And then you can use AI to look for grants as well. Look at, type your business, what you're doing, the kind of your business you're doing, and ask to suggest different grants currently going on that can support your business. And you did from there, follow what they're asking you, and then I'm sure you can get one or two things from there. But that's how to get funded, aside from, going to bank or getting people to donate their money for what you're doing. Yeah. Okay.
Any other question? Please rise up, tell us your name and your question.
What is now started sourcing for fun to provide business?
Afeez, did you hear the question?
Not at all. I didn't hear anything.
So she's asking about Tom True Video, that if he changes the model, that's 1-for-1, will he change the source of his funding?
Okay, thank you so much for that.
Upscale. Okay, instead of using his, that's his model. That's his model. That's his model from inception. So what she's asking is, instead of using his profit to provide shoes for the children in Argentina, why can't he source for funds to make shoe for children in Argentina instead of using his profit?
Okay. So this is how this kind of thing works. So I just want to tell you, as a business person, before you propose a model, you must have identified everything. You must have identified that profit you're making. It's not running at loss. It's not running at loss at all, not a single loss. So you identify your cost of production, you identify the profit margin, and you identify from the profit margin what you can also do to help the people. It's called corporate social responsibilities. So from your corporate social responsibilities, you can have 40% or 50% of the profit, going to the people, and the 40 out of it, you take it to yourself. That is the way of you giving back. So that's the model that, everybody that are passionate about impact would go for. And that has increased his cost of selling shoe. I mean, that has increased the number of shoes that he's selling naturally. And then from it, he's taking part of it to provide shoes. It's not like he's using the entire profit. No, don't get it wrong. He's just saying that if you buy one shoe, trust me, you are going to give one shoe to the one person, to one person. It's not saying that if you buy 100 pounds worth of shoe, you are giving 100 pounds worth of profit to other person. No, he's saying that if you are buying 100 pounds, if you are buying one shoe, you are getting one person's shoe. It's not the same size of shoe that you are getting to other
person. Okay. So. Okay.
Person. It's just saying the percentage from, and then to get people to do things, it's always very difficult. So it's a good model that you can work with.
Can his model work in Nigeria?
Yes.
Okay. He's asking, can his model, Tom's model, can it work in Nigeria, considering the economic situation we have in Nigeria?
So when you are let me tell you one thing today. There's something we call target audience. There's a model that doesn't work for everybody. Not everybody can afford iPhone. Not everybody. Not everybody can afford Samsung. So if you want to use that kind of model, you must have a target. So for you, I want to sell shoes that, what's it called? What do you call it? High-end people, like celebrities. When celebrities buy this particular shoe, we are getting 20 people to get free shoes. Trust me, some celebrity would want to buy that shoe because they know that you are going to be making another impact. You just have to think critically. You can't copy model, but you can adapt model, and it is definitely going to work. Trust me, that model could also work, but you have to target our audience. Not everybody can do that. Yeah, that's it.
All right. So the guy in front. Yes, go ahead with your question.
Okay, so first of all, my name is Iyiola Afeez. So what would be your advice to be young entrepreneurs to be there to start?
Okay. Your advice that are venturing into entrepreneurship.
My advice. Okay, so my advice is this. This is not an easy journey, but if you want to be successful, not let me say successful. If you want to be wealthy and successful and have impact, you have got to be an entrepreneur. Look at the most successful people on planet right now. They are entrepreneurs. So the advice is that you have to be very resilient. You have to be very resilient. It's a sinusoidal kind of thing. It's not a straight line. You're not going to find it easy. You're going to have a lot of blocks, but you've got to have a resilient mindset. You're going to have an adaptive mindset. You're going to have, you have to be dogged. You have to be very dogged, and then you have to have the tenacity. Tenacity in terms of understanding your people that needs your product, understanding the people that you need to go and meet that will support your product, be it government, be it individual. You have got to identify those people, and then you have got to talk about your story. You've got to celebrate a little bit of what you're doing. You have to have a social media presence for what you're doing. Little things you're doing, talk about it. Put it on social media. Let people hear it. Let people see it. Don't say that when it becomes big, that's when we want to talk about it. We want to know how you've started. Talk about your challenges. Talk about your solutions. And do not keep whatever you're doing to yourself. Like now, I have been able to identify 2 or 3 people that are doing business in that space now. They will ask questions about it. Talk about it to your peers over there. That is how to share your story. And gradually, people will start buying into it. But trust me, it is not going to be easy, but it is the only way to being wealthy, successful, and then having time to yourself and make the right impact you want. So that's my advice for you. Yeah.
So we have the last question from Dr.
Okay.
Ajayi.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So thank you, Afeez. With this, we have come to the end of this session. Please let's give him a round of applause.
So,
Did you hear our clap?
I saw the clouds.
Thank you very much for your time. We are very grateful. And we know that soon you will hear from the audience that you've spoken to today about how their businesses are thriving.
And look forward to that. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
And do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.
Can we share the slide with them?
Yes, definitely. Please share the slide with them.
Okay, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
So that introduces me to have us to us Daniel in the United Let me start by thanking this is the first time we're seeing a couple of lecturers in large number following the students. This class. Conjunction. Thank you very much. So on behalf of the US consulate, I working on and really wish to appreciate the interest and more importantly, I want to thank my chair. I call her my chair. She actually was the chairperson of the Nigerian Association Lagos Center. And she did a wonderful for the professional listener for at 12:30, we're going to be having a session on our network. We have a network of American spaces in the country. How many of you are aware of that? Aside from here, we have 27 other spaces. And you know that we are going to be so we're going to be having that session. We'll be introducing them to the library USA. You can see the books that we have here. We have some that are hidden right here. But that's nothing compared to what we have. We have millions, millions of resources that are making available to any of them. I'm going to show you that, and then we'll show you the last part of the session. So I think you please wait behind. In closing, I want to I don't know the right word to use, whether to thank you or to plead with you or to force you. I don't know which of them. But I don't want you to make mistakes. And one of them is what I'm going to tell you. That so my generation did that mistake. What was the mistake? We went to school with the mindset of getting out and looking for jobs. And that was what drove us and still driving us. You can't be rich as a salary earner. If you are rich, you are a thief. Yes, correct, sir. I'm not saying everybody is rich. For better, let's say wealth. I think that's a better word. If you are wealthy, anything you want to buy it now. The salary, and it's not possible. And so, the whole essence of this session is to change your mind, renew your mind, change your thinking. You know what I say? Oh, Nigeria is bad. I'm telling you this for those who are in business. Many of them are cashing out big time. You know why? Those who are selling food, if hunger catches you, at some point, you're not even thinking of the cost. You just want to eat. And by the time we went to Port Harcourt, and because of the nature of what was going on in Nigeria, you are told you cannot go out of the hotel. So when I went to the restaurant, it was several years ago, before came in as home, I say how many years ago. And they said we can go on. So I'm getting to the restaurant. They said the only available thing was buffet. And it was 6,000 naira. And that time when they said 6,000, I said, if I remove 6,000 from all the one that I have, what if you enjoy? That was why I was hungry. I told you. That was that night I traveled to Abuja. And I don't know what really happened to me. I took him, gave me some medication. I slept and then woke up in the middle of the night. No longer. So I just called them at the restaurant. They said, this one. I said, how much? When they said how much, I said, not scan here. There's so many areas you can make money. But if you cannot change your thinking, if all you are doing now, even as a student, is just to take money from the parents, uncle, guardians, and you once you finish that one, you go back again. You are not thinking of how to make money. Then you are even worse than my generation. We have compiled this. How many of you have received this? We compiled this for you from a site called Young African Leaders Initiative, the website. And you can see at the back, there's a link to that site. I want to encourage you to move from that site a lot of short courses for entrepreneurship. If that can help you to change your mindset. So my first message is don't make the same mistakes. I mean, number two, the market is here. First time I had the opportunity of traveling out, that was when I understood what developed country actually meant. You know, it's not developing country and developed country. So when you get from that environment, people get developed. At that time was when we were, I know some of us will go when we sell pure water. I had our water. I had our but it's package, but I'll keep it on the back with best. Did you pay that one? That's what I said. That's what not pure water. When I got there, I had the same problem of the cost because the money at the time to take a bottle of water like this was 149. So when I calculated it, I said, how can I take? But when that's got me very well, I didn't even know when I was there. I was kept sitting there and I'm not going to say, I get back to the hotel. It took us time to have to quickly back. So when I saw what I saw was, I saw for the first time vending machines. You want to buy water. This one was starting by the roadside. Just go and plug in with the drops. That machine is vending, it's collecting money. Nobody. So somebody will just come randomly to say, the supply is in there. We have more. And it's making money. But yeah, we have to struggle and so why can't you think of all these myriads of problems that we're having? So many problems on the canvas. So many problems. And we have to find solutions, particularly for what we are struggling. I will tell you one problem you students are struggling with now. And it's for very short. That's the fastest thing that these people that we consider illiterate. Very smart. Once they see a group of people like this, a construction site, they will not people are make once you want something, they are start sending. And they make them. People will say that I'm a student of maybe I'm making money for you. And some of them, our parents did that. My mother was saying, in those days, I was not very movable. But I was not on the, I was in front of the house. Street. Look at my age. Pushing one little street, pushing one by street. That was what she used to educate. I don't know. Those who had houses in those days, people who are not living. And those of us who went to school and one that are tenants. Can you imagine that? And yet it has not changed. And then your generation, you are so distracted, especially with technology, that you are not thinking at all. Your mind, instead of it to change in the correct line, you are thinking, skit. What are those words? No. Boy, anything. I'm also not there. Okay, I'm talking about here. I'm the one and the other one. All of you know because you watch it. Don't they distract you? How many hours do you spend on those platforms? And how much are you earning from system? Is anybody making money from that? No, show your hand. You can agree, yes. A little. Yeah. At least you are making a little. Then another person. So how many of us are not watching at all? Let me see. But only to take advantage of your time. Be an entrepreneur. This is going to help you. And read it like you're reading the Bible. You have to read the Bible. We're told to read and meditate. Have you heard of that before? Yes. Including Quran. If you don't meditate, you didn't like that. It says, so I'll just highlight the one that is in bold very quickly because I want to get it. Ability to develop financial independence, enjoy the luxury of setting your own schedule. Look, I have to wake up and come here 7 years, whether I like it or not. But I'm an employee. The act of every successful business was compelling idea brought to life. Creative freedom, another major benefit of entrepreneurship. He said you're going to have a release from the fear of being what? Don't know what to work, you don't know whether you're going to find or not. I've seen it before. Doing something from track means you have the opportunity to create what? There is now a legacy. In today's digital age, entrepreneurs have the chance to think beyond the numbers and strategies. Entrepreneurship brings a deep sense of personal experience. Entrepreneurship can also have the unique ability to make impacts. On the large scale, entrepreneurship play a vital role in shaping what? The economy. Being an entrepreneur also means you get it called graduates. You know that what that means? Yes. You have mouths to talk. Even your family. These are people, they are rich. Family meeting, you also have a meeting. There's a show like it, Mr. General. But when you have the meeting, you will not have a meeting from. I really need to say that. I like it, I like it. But once the money is around, it's okay, let's have the meeting. So we need 1 million for this and that, from this. Family were feeling bad. Not like their money actually bad. And now I'm full away. I can go back and number today. But I should not know in my own back. That one we're discussing today. You know, now I should look at it. But for my know what I provide. Everything made. I can tell you for free. You better open your eyes and your ears so that this thing will enter very well. If you don't have money, as a man, in today's world, down. Then, better reshaping the economy, call the shots, starting a business gives you a front room, front row seat. For many entrepreneurship is a way to put a personal touch back into your business. Entrepreneurs are essentially coming as institutions. Can you see your difference now? They are just complaining. Like that. Like that. They are also saying the this thing is bad, but they are looking for solutions so that they can make money. There's always a great joy in being able to celebrate massive accomplishments. Ultimately, entrepreneurship allows you to It's also a powerful way to invest in yourself and your needs. And perhaps the most attractive part of all is the opportunity that finally entrepreneurship can power. Many of you don't know what's that power. I'm telling you, you have my. And then when Kata, you know what they call Kata? I'm sure people don't know Kata. When Kata open high to you like this, you just walk like this. But if you don't have money in your pocket, shit up. Yeah. What's but that's you like the essentially you like the awareness. It's very useful for academics. Like I said, you have to example. Also, you get like it's a bit much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can we all switch on our cameras? Or we don't have anyone today so that we can just go home. Mina, are you there? Please, can you reduce that? They will be able to hear my voice from here. Thank you, Iyiola. So I only have Iyiola and Lagos, American Center Lagos here. So we go right ahead. I'll be giving a short presentation on eLibrary USA. And this session is going to be the shortest that we've ever had. We'll be taking like 20 to 30 minutes, and then we'll wrap up for today. I can tell you that all of you by now, you should have been able to master how to help anyone who walks into your space. Stella, please, can you just wait? I think they can hear my voice.
Sir?
Can you all hear my voice at the American Center?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Loudly,
sir.
All right, thank you. Those who are outside, those in American Center, Lagos, here. Can you hear my voice without the mic? Okay, so can you just tune because the echo is disturbing my. So thank you, Meduguri, Iyiola, those are and American Center for coming out today. I've told us that it's only those whose cameras are on that will be recognized. So I'll go right ahead and share my screen. And particularly for those who are coming for the very first time. So first, I welcome you to the American Spaces in Nigeria. My name is Samuel Iyitayo, if you're coming for the very first time. I'm the country American Spaces specialist. The whole purpose of American Spaces in Nigeria is to engage, educate, and empower Nigerians. And our major focus is actually the young people. If you would like to have a copy of this presentation, please take a screenshot of this or write it down. And there's a guide for the registration process. So you yourself, you can walk yourself through the process by just going through this. The first one is bit.ly/ELIB promo. So this will give you this same copy. Then we have a registration process that you can see graphically. Let me just display that to us very quickly. Just 1 minute.
You're back in the
So I'm
screen,
sharing
please.
my screen now.
Please, both of you face the screen.
Enugu, please mute yourself. Okay, can you see my screen? So this is the link I was talking about on the left of your screen. So you get this guide. All you need is just to click, and then you're able to see all the steps. As you go through them step by step, step 2, this is the example of the first mail you are going to see. And you can share this with any of your contacts that have interest in having remote access to eLibrary USA. I hope that is very clear. Is it clear? So have you written the link? It's right here, bit.ly/guide to eLibrary USA registration. Or you go to linke.to/guide to eLibrary USA registration. Okay. So I go quickly back to the PowerPoint. Okay. So that's the, so now let's quickly go to the eLibrary USA. We encourage you, if you truly understand what this is all about, it's actually your gateway to knowledge anytime, anywhere. It's a virtual library provided by the State Department through American Spaces in Nigeria. Through this platform, you can gain access to thousands of books, journals, magazines, videos, and many, many more for learning and for leisure. And these are the databases that we have. The first one is called Libby. Under this, you have quite a number of e-books that you can borrow, audiobooks that you can borrow, magazines that you can borrow, and so on and so forth. So they are categorized into 3. You have the ones for newspapers, you have the one for academics, and then you have the one for video. So I'll be going through them quickly. Libby has about 15,000 titles. Currently, we are doing some readjustment on that platform. There are guides there, as you can see on your left side of the screen. You can borrow 10 of these at a time for 14 days. You can also use it on the app, which you can download on your phone or tablet. We have tutorials on that same platform that you can learn how to use this. We have news and magazines through the press reader. The press reader gives you that feel as if you are carrying the newspapers in your hand, and you are able to go through them whichever section you're interested in. And for the American papers that they are up to date. For those of you who are students, this is a gold mine for you. EBSCO Academic Search Premier, you can have access to it anywhere you are. You have over 6,000 peer-reviewed journals across open access and academic publishing industries. So it's ideal for lecturers, students, professionals, and researchers. JSTOR in the same way, and most of the institutions in Nigeria, we're told, have access to JSTOR. I'm not sure whether institutions in Nigeria have access to this one from ProQuest. It has over 1.5 million dissertations and theses written by graduate students from over 700 universities. And about 300,000 is added every year. So anyone who is truly interested in research, this is an opportunity for you to see what people have done in your field and then stand on the shoulders of giants. And it covers so many areas of studies, including medicine, including engineering. Do you have anyone in your family or friends who is a beginner's reader? This site provided animated stories and non-fiction books that any of us can enjoy. It combines fun and education to build your reading skills. So if anyone of all ages is trying to learn English language, of course, American English, as you know, this is a good platform for that. Canopy have hundreds of curated selection of high quality video of inspiring and contemporary topics. And this is also available to you. Peradventure, your internet access is acting up. This, you can come to any American spaces and watch them. How do you gain access to remote access to eLibrary USA? The process, we have 5 steps. How many steps? Number 1, you fill out a form, which is on your right. And that form, because eLibrary USA is only available to members, and by membership is just for you to register with us. So once you go through that link below, bit.ly/register for AM spaces, then you begin the process. You can see on your right, here you see American Spaces membership form plus remote access to eLibrary USA anytime, anywhere. Or if you have a good phone, you can also scan the QR code. Then a mail will be sent to you on the left, thanking you for your interest, that your record, we have recorded your email address. You are given a link that will take you to a place where you take eLibrary USA training and then the registration process. What this does for you is just to let you know what eLibrary USA is all about. And then you'll be tested, you complete a short training, and you will hand a certificate which you're expected to download. So once you finish and you score 80 to 100%, a certificate will be sent to you from training@americanspaces.info. You are expected to save a copy and then go back to where you took the course and apply. You can see eLibrary USA training is on the left here. The next one is apply for eLibrary USA account. So you read through and then you click apply for eLibrary USA account. So it will open another form where you're going to upload your certificate. Then you now give us your own details. Choose the nearest American space and you read the terms of use, you agree, and then you apply. Very simple. And then the 5th step, you get a message saying that your account has been created, you should reset your password. And that takes you to this particular place. So you can see that it's very easy to do. And but let me say that in between those steps, there are wait times. So because we have to approve at every step. So don't be in a hurry. Once you register, wait a little bit, and then from there, you move on. We have some other flyers you can have here. And then if you want to know about American Spaces, we also have another flyer. And then we have a channel. Please note this. This is where we announce our programs, our WhatsApp channel. And then if you have resources, we have a lot of resources for teachers, for students, and that's the link. So I will encourage you to go and download this presentation, and then you have all these links for you to play around. We also have the video that explains this. The video is there, bit.ly/ELIBV promo. Okay, so I will quickly show you, very quickly show you the look and feel of eLibrary USA. So I go to eLibrary USA, and let me sign into my own account, and then I will share my screen so that at least I can take you through what this eLibrary USA is in action. So this is Libby. So I'm going to open Libby. So Libby, you can see, I told you there's a reorganization. On here, you see how many, 11K. And they are categorized American heroes. And then those of you who are interested in learning musical instruments, is also, this is an add-on. You can just click get, and then you can learn quite a lot of from these people. These are recordings of how to use some of these instruments. So if your institution has this music school, this is free to you. Then we are celebrating America 258th anniversary. You can read a lot about it. Then you also have study guides. We have about 36 titles, a lot of them. What do you have on the screen? Books on what? See, you have audio books. There are about 4 of them here. And you can, the side also guide, project management. And then you can listen to this while you are waiting for your lecturer to come in. For science and tech, we also have that. Modern American fiction, those who are interested. Most popular, artificial intelligence, American history, and performing the visual arts, English language learning, and maker space. And there are a lot of guides here, magazines. When you click on magazines, you see them here. There are hidden under these are editions of each of them. And they're very, very current. So we encourage you to take advantage of all of this. You have the Newsweek, you have National Geographic. We kept them here before. But immediately we have this, we have to jettison all that. And and then you can also search through the library. Look at down here, you see search. So these are some of the examples. You can search for Reader's Digest as an example. See them. You can go through all the issues. There's even May, June 2025 Reader's Digest. All you need is just to click right there, and then you will say, we would like to keep this issue. Then you say keep issue for 7 days. So I've already added this to my list, and I can go on, pick another one, and on and on. So go back to the home. There are also study guides. There are professional skill building sources here also. So there are so many of them, and they kept on, they're still adding and adding. So this is a very good place for you. Let me quickly take you also to Press Reader. Very easy, very simple. This is where you read newspapers, magazines based in America, Nigeria, and some other countries of interest. It's still ruling. I will say you can try that at home. Academic Search Premier. Let me click on that. It seems the internet is going down. By the way, this is Nigerian internet we're using now. Oh, you have JSTOR in your school? All right, so now look at, this is EBSCOhost. This is very good, but the way to search any of these databases, especially the academic one, I want you to watch. If you go through this, you will not have that flexibility of choosing exactly what you wanted. So there's something here. What is this? Say it. So you click on advanced search. So let me see. I would like to see if my article is there. So if I have put my name here, who am I here? I should be author. So I pick author. And I want, go down, I want full text. I can choose for the past 5 years. I can choose any other one. And I can also combine it with any other thing. This is what is called Boolean operators. Your librarians will teach you on this. And or not. So I can add Nigeria and say I want it from any field. So I search. There's no result. Why? So let me go back. Let me remove this one, Nigeria. I've not been writing. I ran away from academics. I was looking for money. So, oh, it said there's no result. So here it seems it has not recorded any of my writing. And let me see again if there's, let me remove my, I think there should be something from Iyitayo now. Don't you think so? But it's not my own. So you can see Owolabi Iyitayo and so on. And these are full text. You can click and you have the full text. And you can download the full text and then use it for your research. Is that clear? Let's go back to the next one. You say you don't have access to JSTOR. So JSTOR is here. For those in social sciences, explore the world's knowledge, cultures, and ideas. And it's coming up. All right, look up. What is this? And that's what you use. The same thing so that you use the flexibility. You can see the and or not. So you say Nigeria on all fields, you can add rows to it, articles, reviews, you can choose the number of years, and then you can choose whichever category, and then submit the advanced search, and then it's going to give you the result. So you can keep on the left-hand side here, you can keep refining it. You can download the document, you can save it, you can cite it. Okay? So very simple, very easy. Let's go for the next one, which is ProQuest dissertations and thesis global. Over 1.5 million. That's what we advertised, but it has increased ever since. You can also see, what is this? But before I click on that, read here, it says featuring 6 million records from more than 70 countries and over 4,100 institutions, of which 3.5 million are full text titles. So in actual fact, you have 3.6 million full text articles here for all these subject areas: arts, business, education, health, and so on. Okay, so you click on advanced search, and then you also have the same Boolean operators. So you can say you want something on Nigeria, and you want it to appear in the title, and then you pick the dates, last 5 years, you limit it to full text, and then you click on search. So the same way, you can see right there, improving literacy skill through reading champion initiative, and then you can see the PDF full text here, and then it's coming up in the middle, and then you can actually download from here or from here. So you can see that it's very easy to use. It's just for you to have access at your finger anywhere you go. Bookflix, like I told you, is for those who are learning English, and very good, especially those of you who have kids at home. I know students should not have kids, but some of you do. So you can pick any of these. You can watch the story or read the book. And this is free to you. So this is reading, and then you can make it bigger, and then you can start reading, especially your pronunciation, and so on and so forth. Many of us run into the problem of calling O-H-O-O-O-H-I-O. What is that? The first time I saw that word, I called it Ohio. That was before I got here. But I didn't have any chance of even learning anything like this. And then the final one is called Canopy. And Canopy is where we have documentaries and films. And depending on the speed of your internet, you have access to all of this. And just go under the browse, you see film studies, narrative films, anthropology, art and culture, global studies, everyday health. These are all the areas. There's something for everybody. So you go in there, and then you pick whichever one you want and watch. See, many of us don't know how to manage our time. You can learn from here. You can see 13 episodes free of charge on your phone, instead of all those wutu and what do you call it? Phone care, you know. Any question from any of us? And then the resources are here. All the tutorials are here. You can have a tutorial for each and every one of them. You can see video overview, additional resources, and so on. Do we have any question from any of us? Please, you see today now, just today, you can see today is 14. See how many people have registered here. Can you see? So what we do is that we copy this from here. We mark the last person who sent their mail, and then we go into the database, and you see where we have the approvers. So for those who are signing up, so we put them on this list here. So if I'm not here now, I check almost every day, including this weekend, just to make sure that many of us have the opportunity of getting into this as quickly as possible. So I've clicked on sign up, waiting for it to load. And once it loads, when you have the final approval, you can see this is where the approval comes. So I drop this right here. I say send email to all of them. So this is the email you're going to receive. So as many of you that your name has been, you have put in right now. So as soon as this is off, then it will hit your inbox and you will hear bang. You want to test, you see, bang makes sense. So all of you now should start taking your training by go through the link provided. And the link provided is right here. If you don't register here, you just jump to this with a link provided by your friend. We'll catch you up and then we delete your name. So you have to make sure you follow the process. All right? Any question, you can see after I've marked this, 2 people have already done. Again, another 2 people. So I go there, put their names, and so this is what we do regularly. Any question from any of us? Yes, go ahead. Which site? That's what we're giving access to you. That's our e-library. Our e-library composed of all of those things that are listed. All those databases are available to you free of charge. That's why we say join us, and you will never remain the same academically. Yes, another question.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir, from Maiduguri.
Maiduguri, please hold on. Maiduguri, still hold on. There's another question here.
As a Nigerian, and people like a Nigerian, while trying to join this or becoming a member, I want to know if I venture there's any hidden charges along the line or not.
So the question for all of us to know, is there any hidden charges connected with having access to eLibrary USA? There is none. You see, American Spaces is provided as a free and open platform for people-to-people engagement. And this is available wherever America has partnership with countries or partner countries. It's free, absolutely free. I have it right on my phone. I use it almost every day. So if you are in academics, if you are not using it, it's like shooting yourself in the leg. Then Maiduguri, let's have your question quickly. We have to wrap up now.
Yes, sir. It's not a question per se. Some of my members have come to register. They are waiting for your response. About 5 of them. Yes, 5 or 6.
We have pushed everything out. Everything on the list have been pushed out. Another 2 people, okay. Mata Aba just came in right now. So I'll be watching that while this session is going on. But we have to wrap up quickly today. So I'm going to put the name. We have another program here. We have a whole school came to visit us here, as you can see on the screen. We don't want to hold them hostage before we begin to hear that we have held them here. All right, is there any other quick question again?
No, just your response, sir. 6 of them. You just found one.
All of them have been pushed out. All of them.
Check your mails. Check your mails, please.
Check your mail. Just refresh. Oka, thank you for coming. And Sokoto, we can see all of you. Enugu, I know you are reading your books, but it seems as if you are looking at us. Look at that one sleeping. Eh? You just came to mark register. Thank you for coming to mark register. Thank you, everyone. So we have to leave right now, but we are monitoring it. We just cannot continue this while another session is going on here. Thank you, everyone, and have a great and wonderful day. Bye-bye, everyone.